Miracles, in God we trust. Is God dead? Do miracles happen anymore? All things are possible to him that believeth.
I'm Linnea.
And I'm Stan, and we're on a quest to discovery.
Do you believe in God?
I do, yes. I wholeheartedly believe in God.
Yeah, I do.
I do believe in God.
Yes, I do. I absolutely do.
Do you believe in God?
No.
No.
And then, so...
I live with 5 roommates, and 3 of them believe in God.
I don't know how to answer that.
We know statistically right now that between 71 and 88% of Christian kids will deny their faith while they're at college. We get reports all the time from kids who walk in the classroom. The professor actually says, "How many of you are Christians?" They'll raise their hand. He said, "You won't be when you leave this class," and he starts on them right then at that point in time.
All things are possible to him that believeth. America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves. Abraham Lincoln.
There have been many miracles that have formed America. In fact, our foundation, our root, is perfect.
We know for a fact that George Washington came out of a battle with bullet holes in his jacket and in his hat and was never touched by a bullet.
And they're being taught at these Christian colleges that God does not get involved in history. If anybody says George Washington was bulletproof, that's nonsense, because we weren't there, we didn't see it.
This kind of faith is truly what brings about every movement of freedom, which is why tyrants traditionally try to suppress faith and suppress religion. It's always like that.
They're getting it from the good guys and the bad guys that God doesn't do miracles, He doesn't get involved in history, and yet history shows that He does.
Americans who lived at the time of our nation's founding certainly were heroes, and they participated in what was a divinely directed miracle. Those who say that our Constitution is outmoded, that it's outdated, that it's not up to task for our time, overlook the fact that, number one, this was written by unusually wise men. This was a miracle in and of itself. This is a document that has stood the test of time, in part because it was written by really wise men that I believe were inspired of God and prepared by God for this very purpose.
George Washington, during the Constitutional Convention, he said that he specifically knew of 65 times where he had seen the hand of God during the Revolutionary War. And that really struck my heart.
And they were the ones identifying the miracles. We don't have to. We just have to listen to their words. And if you don't want to believe George Washington, if you don't want to believe Ben Franklin, that's on you. But they said it, they recognized it, and then we have all the witness. We have the evidence, we can put it together.
So that foundation has provided many miracles, and God has had His hand in all of them.
We're the only nation in the world that still has our original Constitution 2 centuries later. It's because they understood the principles of history and they'd learned from it.
It's bad because I study history, but I haven't read important texts in history.
The story of the American nation is the story of a people blessed by heaven. Miracles, in God we trust.